Hello my loves, and welcome back to another reading. It's Friday, so on Fridays here we do a love reading. Love is such an important thing to us because love is one of the greatest things that we have in the entire universe. I believe that it is the reason why this physical time space has been created was love. Okay, we're here because of love. Spirit is love. So let's get into a lovey-dovey reading here. I am feeling called to my Kim Krantz decks here. I want to get some archetypes first. And hello, I'm Mia Arsenault, and I'm a singer. But I also offer readings on my website, which you can find below. So if this resonates with you, please do go over there and we can expand on it further as a personal reading for you. Oh, come on now. I never know how to get cards from these decks because they're so big. My hands aren't huge. Oh my goodness. Okay, the poet. Okay. Oh, this is a really lovely energy. This is someone who looks at the world and sees beauty. This can be a literal poet or a songwriter, a musician, in that sort of way. This can literally just be somebody who just is always expressing how beautiful every moment is. The things that they see are beautiful. The experiences that they have are beautiful. This is somebody who is not afraid to express that. 844 as I say that. The colors are so beautiful to me here. The orange and pink in the clouds. What I'm seeing, as clouds are anyway. I mean, the birds flying in it. How can you look up at the sky at a beautiful sunset or sunrise and see birds flying in the sky and not see beauty? To live in this body as a human and live in each moment in this world and not see the beauty in it, right? I'm seeing here beauty is in the eye of the beholder as well. And the poet beholds beauty. That's what they do. They also behold the truths of things. So this is somebody, again, this is somebody who doesn't have problems with expressing themselves. This is somebody who, even things that are difficult, they will express. 309, as I say that. They will be able to express that. Okay, give me one moment. I'll be right back. Okay, I just wanted to close my blinds a little bit because it's getting fairly dark out. I can still see out there, but it's very blue-hued. Very blue-hued here of the poet card. Now I'm being called to get my alchemy deck out. Okay, Spirit, what is it? Oh, that's a person who this reading is meant for. And it could be multiple people, of course, because there's so many ways in which we are reflections of one another. What do they need to know? Against nature. Fascinating. So we have this card here, and we have these natural things in the background, and then we have this black void, this very straight lined, very 90-degree angles, these things that don't really happen in nature, right? I would like some clarification on this. Earth's heart. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of reflection in sort of the colors used here, but also some of the textures as well. Like we see this, and we have this kind of wheat or braided stuff here. We have the same kind of coloring as down here. This person who is I mean, they can be in your life already. They can be a friend, or, you know, they can already be a lover. I'm actually hearing. Excuse me. Confirmation burp. What I'm hearing is that it can seem like this is not something that is natural in some way. 848, as I say that. This relationship, this, whatever it is that is between you already, there might be some times where you feel odd about it, strange about it. Maybe your poet is somebody who just doesn't seem like everybody else to you. They are fully allowing themselves to be themselves, to see beauty in the world, where a lot of the time the narrative around the lives that we live is to only see, you know, the things that are of annoyance, to not look for beauty, to not create beauty, because that is something that's a luxury. But my friend, the first thing, you know, bad leaders do is they burn books, they burn art, they steal art actually, and they hide it away. They steal jewels. I mean, jewels obviously have the valuability. What the heck word am I trying to say here? The valuableness, whatever, of being, you know, valuable, either like metals, but also jewels and stuff like that. But it's beauty that they try to hide away from people. And I'll be straight with you. Like, we are living in a time where beauty is really being, beauty is very necessary. And beauty is trying to be burned and buried in the ground and become ashes. But that's the thing about beauty, is that those ashes would become very good fertilizer for people to bring in more beauty. That fertilizer, you know, coming up and making this beautiful, beautiful energy of growth. So whatever it is that you have, perhaps your poet is an activist, you know, perhaps your poet is somebody who sees the beauty of the world to come. And maybe that's something that you don't want to hear right now. Maybe that's something that you want to be blind to, because it's difficult to think about having to change how you do things, how the world works. Change is difficult, okay? But I'm hearing through this understanding of seeing the future beauty of what could be. You yourself can also be transformed into someone that is so much more, not beautiful, what's the word I'm looking for? Someone who is much more able to find nutrient in that beauty. Someone who is much more capable and able to hold more beauty within them and to seek more beauty, to seek more for yourself. Because our world has made it seem like we shouldn't be asking for anything, to remain humble. But my love, you are here to grow. And I think that your poet will help you. Okay. I just want to get a couple of tarot cards, and I have my B tarot here. What is happening in the... Okay. All right. Never mind. You need to trust your own intuition, because you know what has been happening. You know the things that have been happening, and you haven't necessarily been allowing yourself to see it in the real world. You've only maybe been allowing yourself to see it in your mind. You know the beautiful world that can happen. Okay. This is very tied in, I'm feeling already, to the energies from earlier in the week on Monday and Wednesday. The Morgan came to visit us in Wednesday's reading and telling us to accept our own self-sovereignty, which does mean that things are going to change. When you change the way that others are allowed to interact with you, that society is allowed to interact with you, you, yes, will lose some of the connections that you previously had, but that allows you to have connections with more. I'm seeing her connection with, these flowers are poisonous flowers here, right? And these flowers are healing flowers. When you allow yourself to fully be seated and sovereign within yourself, within your own knowing, within your own heart's knowing of what you need to be doing in this life. And again, your poet will help you get there. Not that they can tell you what your own path is, but when you are seated in that, in your own beauty, okay, in your own future self that you are bringing in so that our future world can come in, you oh my goodness, the poetry of this love who is coming in is going to help you find your own poetry that you can speak out in ritual. And I mean that as in, like, if you just imagine the priestess in a temple performing the ritual, and with other priestesses as well, and then temple acolytes, she's taking what is higher spirit and making that manifest into her voice, into her actions as she presents this in temple. And what I'm hearing, my love, is that your poet is going to help you understand how to use your own voice in whatever way it is. It doesn't have to be in any sort of spiritual way. It doesn't have to be, this can be literally if you are a creator, if you are an artist person, if you are somebody who creates community, if you are somebody who helps heal people, it doesn't matter. Any role, that is a boon to all of us is a role for you to take up in your sovereignty, right? This poet is going to help you find your own words in order to make your own magic, in order for you to be so completely seated within your intuition, within your inner knowing, 855 as I say this, within your truest self, 1234 as I say that. And be in beautiful, beautiful community with all of the other people who have also come into true sovereignty in themselves. Your poet is going to speak you into existence by the way that they see you, the way that they see the beauty in you and the truth of you. Oh my, wow. Wow. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, I want to get some messages of sort of like, the more thoughts that they have of you right now. The way that they are feeling about you right now. So give me just 1 second. Okay. I've got my first card here, and absolutely I will tell you that especially Wednesday's reading, but also Monday's reading, very much connected to this energy in this love reading. Okay, we have Metamorphosis. All right, I think again there is trepidation at changing into who you know you actually came here to be. Okay, and fair enough. Okay, I'm sure that the caterpillar is probably horrified or just upset with going from being just a leaf munching little chubby guy to creating a cocoon and then literally turning into mush, okay? Turning into goo before coming out as beautifully, just such a beautiful creature on this earth. Again, the beauty, right? This being that flies and moves with the winds and goes flower to flower, seeking those beautiful flowers. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love this message. Truly, if this is resonating with you, please come get a reading with me. 1444 as I say that, and I believe 1444 came out in the last message too. please come get a reading with me so we can dig into your own personal you energy with this. They are feeling like you're mine. They know it. Just like you have your own high priestesses knowing within you, they know that you are theirs. Whether or not you want to be with them, I'm hearing, for those of you who are not together, whether or not you choose this relationship, but this relationship, whether it turns into love or the loving relationship that you are currently in morphs even more, metamorphoses even more, they know that you are mine and I am yours forever. That is what I'm hearing. So beautiful. I want to fill your cup. Yes, yes. I'm seeing still like the priestess in the temple. You know, there's always offerings to be made, and this person wants to make offerings to you as though you are a deity to them. You are this beautiful spirit on most high, and they see what it is within you that you are going to metamorphose into. Oh, please, please don't remain scared of this change. Please let yourself change. Let yourself be who you need to be, who you came here to be. And I'm hearing not just to have this loving relationship, but to just love yourself and love your life and love the story that you are telling through your life to make this world better. Please just release your fears of change. November. Okay. So we could have some stuff going on here. Oh, okay. I thought my recording stopped because I had an alarm go off. Okay. All right. November. The 5th of November. Remember the 5th of November. The gunpowder treason and plot. I know of no reason the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, this feels like a very revolutionary energy in this. Very revolutionary. The poet sees the truth of what the future needs to be. You also see it too, even though you might want to remain blind to it, okay? Because we all see it. There's always something within us that sees it. And again, you know, I'm called to say the Guy Fawkes poem because of V for Vendetta, right? Evie, that's what her name was, in the film, didn't want to believe that she could do anything that could change the world, that she could do anything at all that could change the way this world is right now. And her world was, there's some pretty similar things going on in that world that there's trying to happen right now, that there is happening in places right now. But you can do it. And I'm hearing you can do this through love. Love of yourself, love of another, love of others, period. And love of the earth herself, the earth's heart here, right? This is a relationship that is very connected into earth herself. This is a relationship that's connected into bettering earth herself, into turning the harm that is here right now into fertilizer so that love can grow. And that's what this relationship is. This is such a fascinating reading. I've never had an energy like this before come through, but here we are. You make me feel like a deity, so the feeling is mutual. They feel like a deity when you look upon them. Because I know when you look upon them, you see something real. You see the truth. You see the beauty, right? Just as when they're looking upon you, they want to worship at your feet, in your temple. As a high priestess, you really need to allow yourself to transform, my love. You really need to allow yourself to change and become this high priestess that you have been you have chosen to be here for. And that's High Priestess, High Priest, High, oh, what would you call a non-binary? We're not just going to say it's just a priest. No way, man. But if anybody has a word for that, please let me know. I would love to have that in my pocket. You're a spark that's lit my fire into a blaze. I'm feeling, again, this is a very, this is a mutual energy. The way that you are is lighting their love for you and also lighting their understanding of what they need to do in this world to make this world a better place, okay? But this is also you being lit by them. It is bursting out. And you just have to let it. I think, oh, that's what I meant to say too earlier with the cocooning. The caterpillar turning into a butterfly. A caterpillar maybe doesn't want to do it. We don't know what they think when they go through the metamorphosis. However, there is no stopping it. By their own volition, by their own actions, there is no stopping the change. And I think you have to understand that too. I think there is a message here of there is a change coming for you within you, and which will reflect externally from you, and you can't stop it. Once you've seen things, you can't unsee them, my love, and it can't not unaffect you. I'm looking at a piece of art on my wall right now, and I'm seeing the phoenix. Whew, you can either go down in a blaze of, fighting this change, but you will still be reborn into that phoenix. Okay, you will still be reborn into this higher version of yourself, this high priestess version of yourself. There's no denying it. You shine bright like a diamond. Yes, yes, and your poet sees that true diamond of you. Again, like, there's no, they already see who you are going to become. Raw primal passion. Yeah. I think when there is this deep understanding of each other in this way, I think you're a little bit more focused on yourself right now, but you do definitely see the poet for what they are. But again, you are still feeling like this is against nature, right? This is against what we should be doing. This is against what I should be doing. Why should I be rocking the boat when my life is good? Okay. But when we are able to be fully ourselves, we are also able to be fully free in the way that we express our love to each other. In a way that we are not holding back. We are not trying to be what we think the other person wants. We are not trying to be what we think we should be. We are just being together and being this beautiful joining and union of, spirit-inhabited humans. Okay, I think that's the message. This is really, really powerful, and if you would like some guidance, maybe not just, on this relationship, but maybe on coming to accept that your change is happening no matter what you do, and how it is that you can embody that, please come get a reading with me. I would love to dig into that with you. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.